Hey everybody, this is Hob.
And I'm Jamie.
And you are watching Dutch and Dragons.
Dutch, and we're back!
We're back. Unfortunately, Jamie decided that she needed to go visit the hospital.
Yeah, it was all on purpose too. Yeah. I purposely thought I would like to go to the hospital.
It was all very, very intentional.
Mm-hmm.
And so we had to take a couple of weeks off from recording. So we're going to do a couple of videos in rapid succession, but first
we're going to make it up
we're going to order coffee.
Yeah.
All right, now that the coffee is ordered.
So when we left off, we were giving you the 12 weeks of adventuring.
12 weeks of adventuring.
So we're going to continue.
So singing the song.
Oh, yes. Okay, so we're on the second week.
We are.
On the second week of the adventure, my DM gave to me. Too high, too high. 2 wizards learning and a druid trying to talk to the trees.
Ta-da.
Yep.
So today we're talking about wizards. Or in this video, I guess, because we're going to do like 2 more after this. So today we're talking about 2 wizards, or wizards very specifically, not necessarily 2. And what do we like most about the wizard class?
They're magical.
They are magical.
I like that they're magical.
I really like how versatile a wizard can be in the right circumstances. I'm really warm by the way.
Yeah, it is really, it is kind of warm.
I don't know what's going on with this. It's been like super duper cool, and today it's decided that it's going to be warm, and I don't know why, and I find it very infuriating.
It's very
but wizards are extremely versatile. There are a wide range of schools of magic from which to choose, and because they have such a huge, expansive spell list, it makes them capable of functioning in a lot of different roles in a party.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're doing good. So what are the biggest misconceptions about wizards?
For me, I think that when new people come in to the game, they think wizard and they think Gandalf and they think Radagast, wise wizard, you know, the wise wizard picture and portrayal, and they don't.
I would agree.
And they tend to play that way, and wizards are not boxed into the wise wizard.
Yeah,
archetype.
I think that one of the biggest problems with wizards is everybody wants to play the Gandalfs and, like you said, the Radagasts, the Dumbledores, long-lived, wise Merlins. Their history is steeped in being wise, good decision makers. You get less so with Dumbledore as you go through the story because you get a bit more information about how unwise he was.
But that was in his younger years, and people
yes.
Wise characters.
Yeah, and people do tend to go with older, wiser wizard-type characters, and I think they leave out the glorious fun of playing wizards like Raistlin in his younger days, where he was just downright nasty and evil.
One Eye in the Black Company.
One Eye, Tom, Goblin, all from the Black Company series of novels.
If you haven't read those, they're really good, you should.
They are shysters and charlatans, and they very rarely pull out the really powerful magic unless there's a fight to be had. But most of their magic is all oriented around trickery and subterfuge and subtlety. They're almost thieves in the way that they behave.
Now, to be fair, a lot of that is taken away by how magic heavy D&D 5e is, because
I agree.
When you see the magic users in, say, like the Black Company or even Wheel of Time, when the Aes Sedai do something, it is jarring.
Right.
To the
common man, because magic is so rare anywhere except for a magic user.
Yeah, so when they come in and they like prestidigitation, should be a huge deal. Like, oh my gosh, what? Look at the balls of lights that are dancing around.
Yep. Unfortunately.
But in 5e, everybody can cast magic. So it's not a big deal. And everyone's like, well, look, that guy did a magic thing.
Yeah,
that's
prestidigitation. Cool.
Ooh.
So we can all do that. Yay.
I know, like, commoners in the streets are like, mage hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
It's, And so it's a problem. So one of the things that you can try to do as a DM is bring a little bit of that back. Your non-adventurers might be shocked by magic.
Yeah, pull the magic, dial the magic back. And I've had this complaint about Dungeons and Dragons for a while, and that is, and 5e specifically, is that magic is so common amongst every character class that it is no longer a truly mystical, unusual thing to see.
Yeah.
Everybody can do it. Your fighter can do it, and your rogue can do it,
and
the barbarian can
do it.
I mean, like, the barbarian actually can't, but like most of the character classes have
magic.
Some type of arcane or clerical magic attached to them. So I think it really detracts from the wizard's kind of punch.
Yep. But we could rant about this all day.
All
so
day.
I'm going to go with the next question.
So what's the next question?
Which is, what is your favorite subclass of wizard?
So subclasses for wizards are called arcane traditions, and I have to say that I think my favorite really is going to be either evocation or transmutation.
Transmutation's my favorite.
I love it. I think evocation, just because you get the ability to like pop off really powerful cantrips and stuff like that, so you get the ability to like kick the crap out of things without ever expending a spell slot. And we're gonna get some coffee. All right.
We're not bouncing, are we?
I don't think we are.
Okay,
I think we're good. All right. So subclasses, right? We did that. So I said evocation was my favorite.
Yeah.
Your favorite's transmutation.
Yep.
We good on that? We're good on that.
Do you want to expand or no?
Well, I expanded on evocation.
What is your favorite race to play?
My favorite race to play for wizards, probably half elf. I think that I do think that gnomes make pretty good wizards, and I would say that halflings also probably make pretty good wizards, just because it's really, I don't know where I was going with that. My train has derailed. I'm going to drink my coffee and shut up now.
Halflings make good wizards because they have some magically inclined skill sets. I like humans because of the get all the pluses.
Plus one to everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So,
cool. Favorite contemporary or classic example of this class? And we've kind of touched on these a little bit.
Yeah, we talked a little bit about. I don't know if those are my favorites though. So if you're gonna go with like favorite wizards,
oh, we are on a roll.
I know. I have to think about this for like if you were to take very contemporary, you could go back to the Avengers.
You could.
Doctor Strange, but Doctor Strange is a little more sorcerer than wizard.
Yeah, I feel like Doctor Strange is more in the sorcerer range. I liked your example, Iron Man. While you wouldn't necessarily think of Iron Man as a wizard, everything that he does is produced by his knowledge. And that sort of puts him into the wizard category. I really like. I honestly, it's gonna sound a little weird, but I like Newt Scamander. I think he's a bomb-ass wizard.
He's a great wizard.
I think he's a great contemporary example. I think that he is.
He's like a druid wizard if you were going to subclass.
The right level of eccentric and learned and just off enough that you're like, yeah, that's definitely a wizard.
Definitely.
Because wizards should be unusual and eccentric and kind of strange because they spend all of their time studying things that are unusual, eccentric, and strange.
They're more like the unspeakables in Harry Potter. Department of Mysteries.
So what is your favorite class combo for dual classing?
So it really depends on what you want to do with your wizard, if you're going to be support or fighting, because wizards are great and versatile and they can do all of it.
My favorite class combo, Whizbarian.
He has a Whizbarian. His Whizbarian is awesome.
Wizard
and fun.
plus Barbarian. You take like 2-3 levels of Barbarian and then just pile Wizard on the rest of it. It just turns insane because 3rd level you get Fly and flying Barbarian. Just picture it, flying Barbarian. There you go.
I think at that point you have to play Flight of the Valkyries.
Right. So anyhow.
For support, because I tend to play a lot of support characters. For a support, I like a Wizard and Bard.
Wizard and Bard is a good combo for support. You could also combine Wizard and Cleric, although I think you get a little conflicty.
Yeah, a little bit.
You might get a little conflicty, but you could do like Wizard plus Cleric of like Mistra.
Or I mean, you can make
just for a touch of divine magic in your fun. Favorite magic item.
Oh, for my wizards? Oh, okay, so if I play a wizard, I always want a Cloak of Many Things. I do. I love the Cloak of Many Things for my wizard, especially if you house rule it and you can add stuff to it, and maybe we'll talk about that in a later video, but I love the Cloak of Many Things.
I created a magic item for one of my wizards. It was basically just a robe of never-ending spell components. So you just, whatever spell component you needed, as long and like common spell components, not like the rare stuff like that costs a lot of money, but like grave dirt.
Grave dirt.
You could just grave dirt out of your robes.
Yep.
Although I have to say that my 2 favorite magic items, depending on how you're going to play your wizard, and this actually kind of goes back to that misconceptions. I don't think I really answered this. One of kind of backtracking, one of the misconceptions that really frustrates me about wizards is that people don't think wizards are capable of melee combat. And I think that really is very dependent on your choices in creating your wizard.
Right.
I love to point out the examples of Gandalf. Gandalf is a melee combatant regularly throughout all of the stories that he's in. He wields a sword, he wields his staff, he does 2-weapon fighting. He wields his sword and his staff and his magic all at the same time and to great effect. And I think that's a misconception, a failing in the imagination of a lot of players of wizards to expand upon. But favorite magic items, Staff of Power and the Staff of the Magi. They are redonkulous, and if you don't know what they are, look them up. Staff of the Magi gives you just mad spells, 50 charges to burn through them, and you can just wreck the ever-living crap out of everything with that. And the Staff of Power is much the same. The Staff of Power really lends itself to melee-heavy wizards, because you get a +2 bonus to your attacks and your spellcasting your spellcasting attack, plus it gives you a +2 to your armor class.
Ooh, that's nice.
Right? So if you're going to do the combat wizard and you can con your DM into giving you a Staff of Power, and then just laugh your way through as you just blast through everything. Anyhow, so most useful spell or ability. Bless you.
Thank you.
That was a mighty sneeze.
I know. The rope.
Most useful ability or spell. She's stealing mine.
I am.
By the way, she's absolutely stealing my favorite thing. But she doesn't know what it is, so she just goes, the rope.
I know. I really don't.
So my favorite wizard spell, and probably like the most underrated one, is Rope Trick. Because Rope Trick allows you to take up to 60 feet of rope, cast a spell on it, create a dimensional pocket for 1 hour, in which your entire party can rest, because it will hold up to 8 medium creatures. And so you literally, and nothing can go in or out of it, so you can pull the rope up, so nothing can come in and attack you, and you can see out of it, and it's a short rest in a spell at the end of a rope. Short rest at the end of the rope. And I think that's awesome.
It's like the tiny hut, almost.
Almost, except it doesn't give you 8 hours, and a lot of people like to argue that the tiny hut is vulnerable from the bottom. Neither here nor there.
Yeah.
But that is two wizards learning.
Let's see. Well, my favorite is suggestion for the wizard.
Suggestion is a very good one.
And I think that suggestion often gets kind of overlooked because people are like, well, they know they've had a suggestion, but if it's something that they wanted to do anyway, like a guard is on duty, it's been a lot of hours, and you suggest to them that they go to sleep or go get a drink.
It's the shystery wizard sort of way of getting things done, which is
love
great.
A shystery wizard. I'm not gonna lie.
I wholeheartedly agree. Shystery wizards are a blast.
Yep.
But that's all we have for this episode of Dutch and Dragons.
Yay!
And so if you like what we're doing, please click the like button below. If you want to catch more of our videos, click subscribe and click the little bell so that you get notifications. If you would like to leave us comments, suggestions, rail and rant and rave at us, do that in the comments below, and we'll be sure to get back to you.
Yep. Bye. Have fun storming the castle.
Thanks for joining us, everybody.